Forensic science is essential for criminal investigations and trials, focusing on materials to indirectly link men, places, and time to a crime. Materials are identified and compared to establish the presence or absence of a link between the crime, the criminal, the victim, the location, and the time of occurrence. Scientists analyze evidence collected at the scene to arrive at scientific results and provide expert court testimony. Forensic science can be used to prove elements of a crime, verify or discredit statements, identify decedents or suspects, and establish a connection to a crime or scene. There is an urgent need for forensic science in the criminal justice system to combat the high rate of acquittals, especially in heinous crimes. The need for applying science to justice is pressing, driven by factors like social change, anonymity, technical knowledge, a wide field of application, better evidence, and alternatives. Forensic science is indispensable due to the reliability of its tools and techniques. It must be utilized on a larger scale to serve society effectively. Forensic science helps answer critical questions. First, has a crime been committed? It establishes the existence or absence of corpus delicti, the evidence of the crime, even in non-death cases. Second, how and when was the crime committed? Examination of evidence can indicate the quote-unquote modus operandi and the time of the offense. To answer who committed the crime, forensic science establishes the culprit's identity through personal clues like fingerprints and blood drops and objects left at the scene. It also helps the justice system by providing leads, establishing the scene's authenticity, locating hidden clues, verifying versions of events, saving the innocent, identifying victims, and locating the correct crime weapon. Forensic science is based on the laws and principles of all sciences, along with its own principles. The law of individuality states that every object, natural or man-made, is unique. We must identify this uniqueness to link the crime with the criminal. The principle of exchange, also known as Locard's principle, states that, quote, whenever two entities come in contact, there is exchange of traces mutually. The criminal and their instrument leave traces on the victim or surroundings and pick up traces in return. This mutual exchange links the criminal, victim, and object involved. The law of progressive change states that everything changes with the passage of time. Nothing is permanent, and the rate of change varies. The impact on forensic science is immense, as criminals undergo progressive changes. However, permanent characteristics like fingerprints and DNA profiles in body fluids remain key for identification. The principle of comparison emphasizes that only the likes can be compared. This necessitates providing samples and specimens for effective comparison. The principle of analysis. The analysis can be no better than the sample analyzed, stresses the need for correct sampling and proper packing to ensure analysis is useful. The law of probability highlights that all identifications are made, consciously or unconsciously, on the basis of probability. The principle facts do not lie underscores the importance of circumstantial evidence over oral testimony. Oral evidence can be influenced, while material evidence is free from such biases. Forensic toxicology is the study of toxic substances inside a body and their effects. It uses methods from analytical and clinical chemistry and pharmacology for medical and legal investigations of death due to poisoning or drugs. This branch is crucial in cases involving road accidents, poisoning, and sexual violence. Forensic chemists analyze non-biological trace evidence to identify unknown materials and match samples to known substances. They also analyze controlled substances to identify and sometimes quantify them. Forensic toxicology applies toxicology and disciplines like analytical chemistry to aid medical or legal investigations of death, poisoning, and drug use. Forensic chemistry identifies a chemical substance and applies results to court proceedings. Forensic toxicology identifies chemicals found in biological fluids like the body or breath, applying these results to the court of law. Essentially, forensic chemistry is the application of chemistry and its subfield, forensic toxicology, in a legal setting. A forensic toxicologist isolates and identifies substances in the body, such as alcohol or illegal drugs, that may have contributed to a crime. Types of toxicology include analytical, applied, clinical, veterinary, forensic, environment, and industrial toxicology. Divisions of forensic toxicology include analytical toxicology, urinalysis, drink, drug driving, and hair drug testing. The three main subdisciplines are post-mortem forensic toxicology, human performance toxicology, and forensic drug testing. All these measure substances in biological matrices for a given purpose. Fingerprint identification was the first major breakthrough in scientific crime investigation, now globally recognized as a scientific aid. Fingerprints are crucial evidence because they are unique, permanent, universal, inimitable, classifiable, and frequently available at crime scenes. The nature of fingerprints involves friction ridges on the palmar surfaces of hands and soles of feet, also known as papillary or epidermal ridges. Perspiration from small pores leaves non-volatile constituents, such as salt and fats, forming latent prints when the epidermis touches a surface. Rough or fibrous surfaces do not yield decipherable patterns. Visible prints occur when the hand is smeared with colored powder or liquids, or distinct impressions are left on pliable surfaces like butter or wet clay. Fingerprints are classified into arches, loops, whorls, composites, accidentals, and individuality features. Locating fingerprints involves reconstructing the scene, leaving the scene undisturbed, preserving evidence, and taking photographs. Important locations for searching prints include bathrooms, utensils, leftover objects, documents, dead bodies, roots, and vehicles. Firearm use is frequent in criminal offenses, making firearm evidence vital in investigations and trials. It is necessary to properly establish the link between the evidence and the culprit, proving that the recovered firearm or cartridge was in the accused's possession during the crime. Firearm evidence helps decide if an incident is a murder, accident, self-defense, or suicide. It determines the sequence of events, verifies versions, establishes the number, direction, and range of firearms, distinguishes real from fake incidents, and ascertains if an injury is fatal. A firearm is a device that hurls a projectile using force from expanding gases. According to the Indian Arms Act, a firearm is an arm designed to discharge a projectile by explosive or other forms of energy. This includes artillery and accessories for diminishing noise or flash. Small arms are firearms easily handled, carried, and operated by one person, including handguns like pistols and revolvers, and shoulder arms such as shotguns and rifles. Machine guns and submachine guns fire a large number of rounds automatically. Common firearms in Indian crime situations include shotguns, pistols, and revolvers. Other firearms include rifles, submachine guns, machine guns, muzzle loaders, and improvised firearms. There are many variations in each category. The most commonly used weapons are 12-bore shotguns and improvised firearms. Handwriting is an individual characteristic, unique to each person, and its identification is a key branch of questioned documents. Forensic analysis determines if signatures are genuine or forged, in the hand of the victim or suspect, traced, disguised, or transplanted. A holograph is a document written and signed by one person. Questions asked include whether the document is a holograph and if it was written by the suspect or the victim. For anonymous letters, forensic experts investigate the letter's origin and the writer's occupation and educational background. Regarding alterations, analysis determines if changes were made at the time of writing or later, and if they were made by the original writer, suspect, or victim. Figures, handprinting, block lettering, and marks may also be questioned. Typewritten document problems include identifying the typewriter used and the make and model. Further TypeScript problems include determining if the document was typed on one or multiple typewriters, and if there are any additions, alterations, or substitutions to the original text. Writing materials, such as paper, ink, and pens, can also prove useful in a forensic investigation. Mechanical match involves comparing seals, stamps, torn paper, carbon copies, and other items. This uses techniques and principles similar to those for tool marks and matching broken articles. Burnt documents require restoration of the writing, and if currency is involved, estimating the amount may be necessary. Miscellaneous types of evidence include erasures, indented writing, the sequence of strokes, and the analysis of gum, adhesive, and sealing wax.